Hi, everybody. Welcome to Get Real with Chris and Mark. Now I'm always messed up with it's Mark and Chris. Today we have a wonderful guest of Eileen from Antoinette's Garden in Leonardtown.
Yes.
Antoinette's garden. It sounds like a place where you grow vegetables. What do you guys do there?
It's not a vegetable garden, no. It's a wine and cocktail garden.
Okay.
We have a number of different cocktails, a nice wine list, just a nice place to relax, have fun, enjoy your company.
Awesome.
I brought a couple cocktails to make for you guys today.
Where are you guys located?
We are in Leonardtown Square, nestled in between Sweet Bay and the Fiberworks, that little craft store.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
How long have you guys been there?
I want to say we're coming up on 3 years in a few months.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I see, Mark, I have lots of friends on Facebook that I see them like going there, and I see every once in a while I see somebody post one of the nice little things they have at Antoinette's Garden, and I'm like I need to get over there. And I've yet to do it. So this is my motivation to get over there. So.
I haven't been either. I think my
wife
has
been. This should be a nice introduction to you guys.
Awesome. Good stuff.
So tell us, what's Antoinette's Garden? What else is it about?
What's the story?
Yeah, what's the story?
Yeah.
It's just a place. Our whole point is to hang out, enjoy your friends, some nice drinks.
Yeah.
Nothing too intense. We're
just a chill
really
atmosphere
laid back,
where you can hang out and enjoy other people's company.
Exactly, yeah.
It's funny, I was listening to another podcast recently.
What?
I listened to
I play ours on loop.
I listen to Ed Milet often. I don't know if you ever heard of that. And there was a guy on there, his name was Rick Caruso, and he developed shopping centers. And he was talking about like his purpose was always to create a place where people could be around other people. And I think that's like so important that it's not
definitely.
like for him it wasn't just about creating a shopping center. Like for you guys, it wasn't just about creating a place where you could drink wine. It was a place where you could hang out for a long time and enjoy other people's company.
It's community.
Yeah, as humans, I mean that's what's actually important is that deep connection with other people.
Absolutely.
So in thinking about that for a second, like you guys, about 3 years there. So you guys, they got hammered. Like think about it. Like that's the code for something that's a social. Right. I'm thinking about it like a social event, a social place where you can gather. And then you got hit with COVID.
Were you there through that period of
No,
time?
I wasn't. Okay. I actually didn't start at Antoinette's until just a few months ago at the end of May.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, we would, I would love to try one of your cocktails.
Absolutely.
Because I assure you that this will not be the last ones I try. So
promise?
I promise
All
that
right.
for sure. For sure.
Would we like to start with our smoked old fashioned or our apple cider mule?
So probably inappropriate, but you're really doing something for me here. That smoked old fashioned is really what's
so
my name.
I'm not drinking
your best
today.
For last?
Yeah, let's save that for last.
And I'm really jealous because smoked old fashioned is one of my favorite.
It is
drinks.
my favorite.
I make them at home as well, and I can thank another local establishment who actually was selling smoked old fashioned kits during COVID that kind of turned me on to how to make them at home.
If I know the business you're talking about, I was working there.
Okay.
Oh, really? Okay, cool. Yeah, not too far from you.
So go ahead.
So I was just going to say, so I'm actually on a hiatus right now. So not as trendy as the rest of the world. It's not a sober October, but
you can give me Mark's portion. I'll be okay with it.
All right, I can do that for you.
But yeah, no, a friend of mine decided that he was going to take a 10-day hiatus from drinking. So I told him that I would do it with him in solidarity. So
that's awesome.
I'm just supporting him and taking that hiatus and doing it myself. And I think it's good.
No, it's good.
Bad for business for you guys, but I think it's good to take a break every now and then, and
Well,
just
as long as you come visit us after those 10 days.
I'll tell you what. My 11th day, I'm coming by to get me a smoked old fashioned.
Well, I got to tell you, Mark, I love you, man, but your friend isn't my friend, so I'm going to have a smoked old fashioned.
That's funny.
But what'd you pour in there? First, let me tell you.
Okay.
Let me see what you did. Let's talk through it a little bit.
So I put in a lemon wheel and a maple cinnamon simple syrup that I made myself for this drink.
Sorry, this is peer pressure, right?
It really is.
I forgot
What is
the
this one
ginger
again?
beer.
This is the
Apple Cider Mule.
Apple Cider Mule.
I had an oops and forgot the ginger beer.
Okay.
Oh.
But I promise this will be just as delicious.
Awesome.
So you're just going to have an apple cider, like
Apple cider.
Almost
old-fashioned. Yeah,
Kind of.
it's
So you're
about-
using, this is a,
Southern Trail Distillery Apple Shine.
awesome.
Oh,
Keeping it local.
apple
Great.
shine. What is apple shine?
It's a moonshine, a flavored moonshine distilled with apple.
I don't think I've ever had anything like that before.
Well, you're not having it today
I'm
either.
totally kidding. Are you
Oh,
kidding me?
you got
Apple
it. Oh,
pie
apple
moonshine?
pie moonshine, yeah.
That's the best kind.
Right, I know.
Still
Come
be
on.
here on your 11th day.
Okay. All right, good stuff.
I'll tell you what,
apple
Mark.
pie, that's-
Day 11. Let's make it. You and I will go and we'll have a cocktail together.
do
How's
it.
that? Let's do it.
Can't wait to see you.
I love it. We'll do it for sure. Because I have, like I said, I haven't been there yet either. I just know that every time I see the pictures, man, it's like this really quaint. Everyone posts these things and they're really nice. And
I just want to I want to plug the town of Leonardtown real quick because I feel like
they deserve it.
yes,
No doubt.
I mean, what has happened in Leonardtown in the last few years is absolutely amazing.
It's built up
and
so much.
I feel like other, towns and municipalities, counties
Yeah.
should be looking at that and saying, hey, this is what we should aspire to become. Leonardtown at one time was a place that was not so fun, right? And now,
Well-
it has a history.
Yeah, it does
right?
have a
So-
history, and it was fun.
Right. But what I wanted to get at is that, like now you've got all these cool, like hip establishments and,
Bear
it's
in
funny.
mind, there should be ginger beer
Got
in
it.
there.
I'm good.
I, obviously
Smells
live in
amazing.
Southern Calvert County, and I always say that it's a testament.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that I drive past Solomon's Island to go to dinner in Leonardtown.
Yeah, no doubt.
Oh,
I get it.
definitely, yeah.
So,
Well,
and nothing against my folks in Solomon's Island because I
I get it.
I go there too,
Yes.
right? But I just think that what you guys have done down there, all of the establishments, is worth applauding.
Well, what I love about it is, and again, not that I don't love Solomon's Island,
Right.
You know what I mean? But there's character in Leonardtown.
There's a lot
right?
of character.
And it, you just feel it when you
Yeah.
just driving through the square. It's like this feeling of like Mayberry, you know what I mean?
Right.
And there's great businesses, great opportunities. I just say, and they've done that again. The town deserves a ton of credit for that.
And I was going to say the applaud is to being business friendly because obviously, there's been a lot of innovative ideas and things that have happened there that have been encouraged and developed, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
I love this. Like now, I'm like on. I can't not. I mean, like
I feel like I'm taking this
I
away from
know,
the drink because I'm
I
not
know.
drinking it.
No,
I'm like,
but-
let me talk about something else.
No,
since I
but
don't
you know
get
what?
To drink today.
The apple is like right up front. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? And the cinnamon just hits you, but it's really good. It's literally like drinking an apple pie, like a cinnamon. All right, I'm gonna take.
You're just rubbing it in, aren't
I
you?
know. I'm sorry. I'm gonna take you on a journey, right, for a second. We're gonna take you on a little journey. You close your eyes and imagine that warm pie with an apple pie with the crumb top, right? It's got to be the crumb top because you can taste it. Like there's the cinnamon,
It's there.
and then there's the apple is just so potent. That is really delicious.
Thank you so much. I'm pretty proud of it.
I'm gonna order it without the ginger beer because that is really delicious.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So this. I did hear you say this is your concoction, right?
Yes.
Yeah, then you did a great job. It's not sweet, but it's sweet enough. You know what I mean? It's totally refreshing.
Thank you.
So I want to speak to that too.
Okay.
So I think it's amazing that you get to do that where you work.
It's one of my favorite things about working at Antoinette.
Yeah.
Ro and Ebon really push us and encourage us to be creative behind the bar. Like, yes, we have our staples, but all the time they're like, guys, bring something new, bring something fresh, play with things, be yourself behind that bar. When you're working, it's your bar.
That's awesome.
And I love
That's
it.
I
really
think
It's
that
such a
encouragement
privilege.
of expression in
Yes.
the workplace is something that lacks. It's funny.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm the polar opposite, and I force my team members all the time to get out of their comfort zone and do
Yeah.
stuff. And I just think it's a beautiful thing.
I know I talked-
Personally,
yeah, go ahead.
bartending mixing is a hobby of mine.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to go to work
Yeah.
because I'm encouraged to follow my hobby.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love
so it's
that.
like, honestly, I've often mixology is an art form. I don't
Right.
care what anybody says,
Oh, yeah.
and good quality. I I don't even like the word bartender, but you know, good quality bartenders turn their art and reflect it in their, you know, it's like a chef, right? It's like a chef that prepares this great dish, and you've done that in this cocktail. I mean, I'm sorry, you are missing out, buddy.
Yeah,
like, this is really.
I know. I love a well-crafted cocktail too. I will admit that. Being in a place that, you know, gives you the privilege of making stuff up, and then goes as far to, is this on the menu full time?
It's going to be it is a seasonal drink, so it will disappear
this,
after a little while.
Tastes like,
well, that's good, because that encourages people to come back around.
Yes, and that means I'll get to bring something else out in the winter. So
this
stay
is
tuned.
100% a fall-like drink, right?
And
you
that
know
was
what I mean?
the idea.
It's really delicious.
I wanted to capture the essence of fall in a cup.
It's really excellent. So,
I'm telling you, this is just so unfair
torture.
today. It is. It really is.
See you soon.
I'm sorry, I feel bad.
That's funny.
I'm really glad you like it. Thank you so much.
So next up, I get to smell you make an old fashioned.
Yeah,
a smoked old fashioned.
A smoked old fashioned. I was gonna say, you know, I feel, I don't know what's going on here, but every time we taste something, or they're all freaking delicious.
Right.
Like everything's
Well, I think
perfect.
everybody
That's
brings
the
their
idea,
best.
They bring their
isn't
A
it?
game. Yeah.
Everybody brings their A game when they're going to come here. So I guess that makes perfect sense. But I do fear sometimes, like, we're going to have to, like, at some point stage something really
and
bad.
it'd be bad.
Just so people think
right.
that we're not full of shit. You know?
Let's bring in a business from
These
like.
guys are so full of it.
Let's
like,
bring a business out of town so that we can.
And we can bash their stuff. Oh, this is
This
horrible.
horrible.
We're
I
never gonna-
hate it. It's sour. It's nasty.
That's funny.
Oh, that is funny, actually. So you take the wood plank and you light it.
Light
it up.
So what is that? Cedar?
I think this is hickory.
Hickory. All right.
Don't hold me to it though.
Cool.
All right. So I saw you pour
Maple syrup.
maple syrup in there, and orange.
This is an orange slice.
Okay, and you're smoking the glass.
I am. This
That's
is Angostura bitters.
Yeah.
Only the best.
Nice.
I got a bottle of that at the house.
Yeah, me too. It's good stuff, though.
You only like the finest at Antoinette's.
Look at that, Elijah Craig too.
Elijah Craig.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
You know, I don't know that I've tried Elijah Craig.
It's a good one to keep on the shelf.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, it's good. It's actually an affordable.
Well, it's kind of like
volume.
four roses. I make
Yeah.
old fashions with 4 roses. That's a really good.
That's a good one too.
Cheaper bourbon. You
Yeah.
know? I like. Oh, I shouldn't say cheap.
No,
affordable.
Affordable,
bourbon.
Right.
We can't call it cheap housing later either.
I know, right?
It's affordable housing.
We're gonna talk about
not
cheap housing?
Yeah.
That's not
that
good.
just sounds terrible. By the way, it's the same thing, but okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We're just talking how much it costs.
Right. So, do you live local?
I do. I grew up around here.
All right. Where's around here?
I live in the Hollywood area, and I went to Leonardtown High School.
Awesome. Cool. Good stuff.
And I stuck around.
It's nice that you stuck around.
Yeah,
Not many do that.
I know. We talk about that a lot. I can tell you right now, as we proceed, I'm going to be drinking that the rest of the show, just so you know.
Okay. Yeah. And you're going to remind me how good it is
I am.
every 10
time I'm going
seconds?
to take slow sips, Mark. Just slow sips.
What do you got there?
These are those.
This is a cherry.
Look at that syrup
All right.
on that cherry.
Yeah,
See
that's
that?
some good stuff. What are those?
Yeah, I want to see that too. That's interesting. Those are different.
Starlino.
They're very good.
Okay.
They're a dark cherry.
Yeah.
I usually get the Luxardo.
Me too.
So
That's what
are these
we-
as good as the Luxardo?
They're
At a
about
lower
as
price,
good as a
hopefully?
I don't
Luxardo.
know.
More
Right.
affordable version of the
cheap
Luxardo.
version or the
Yeah.
cheap version.
But hey,
cheap cherries.
I'm all about that because the Luxardos are $20
I know
a jar.
they're not cheap, but I saw that had a thicker syrup. I noticed that it had
Yes,
a little.
like a Luxardo.
Yeah. All right, here we go,
Old
Mark.
fashioned.
Got the Starlino cherry.
All right, look. I know you're not drinking, but you can smell it. Go ahead. You got you
That's
got
just
to.
a-
Sorry, you just get the idea.
Oh yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's
yeah.
good. You got the orange and the maple.
Uh-huh.
That's good stuff.
Oh,
and the
yeah.
smokiness.
Looks delicious.
Well, it tastes horrible.
I'm so
It's
sorry.
the
I'm
worst.
so
The
sorry.
battery. This is why it's my favorite drink, right?
Right.
Like it's everything. It's smooth. It's
Now all you need is a cigar.
ugh. Can't do cigars.
Really?
Can't,
You'll drink a smoked old fashioned, but you won't smoke cigars?
Can't do a cigar.
Maybe you just haven't had any good
No,
ones.
I'm never smoking a cigar, so you can just forget about it.
Really?
Not my thing. Yeah, I've never
Well,
had
you can
been.
come over to the house and hang out.
I can
I'll
hang
smoke.
out. You smoke your cigar, and I'll have
and
an
you
old
can
fashioned.
drink.
Yeah, I'll have a
Yeah.
smoked old fashioned. This is so smooth, and but you know, sometimes they get it wrong, right? Like the old fashioned, sometimes, and you'll know what I mean. Sometimes there's just too much sweetness to it. You know what I mean? But you have just that maple syrup.
That balance is really important in an old fashioned because you can also have some that are too boozy, right? They're just at that point you might as well just pour me a glass of whiskey neat, and I would have drank that.
Right.
So I think that there's a very delicate balance there between the amount of simple syrup, the amount of syrup that's on the cherry, and then of course what's coming from the fruit itself. So you can definitely mess it up.
Yes.
What's that? Oh, crab mac and cheese.
We do have crab mac
Why
and
didn't
cheese.
you bring me any of that?
No, it's funny. What I see is the people that go there. Some of the pictures I've seen, little charcuterie board with a glass of wine. It just really looks like a peaceful establishment, just a chill.
That's the whole
Avocado
idea
toast
of
for
it.
you basic folks out there. Toasted Amish bread.
Yes, our baked goods are all local.
Okay.
Like we've got cinnamon rolls and the bread and our sub rolls. They all come from the Amish.
I haven't seen many people leverage that around
No,
here. And leverage may not be the right word to use there.
Well, it probably is.
Right. But it's the real word.
Right. It's the real word, right?
But no, I really admire that. And I think that it's great that you guys do that. And we have so many resources from the Amish here. You would think in the whole Eat Local movement that you'd see more of that making its way on the menus.
One of the things I love about Antoinette's as well is we do have so much local support in our stock.
Well, that's one of the things we love about this is, bringing in local establishments that have, and the people leveraging those sorts of things. It just makes it special. I mean, I saw your, local liquor and, local, that's a real testament to Southern Maryland and St. Mary's County for that matter, but all of Southern Maryland really. Last week, when Gwen was here, we talked about, Chesapeake's Bounty and some of the other things. You guys, and that bringing that into your establishment is just really a blessing for Southern Maryland.
Yes.
I really think it is.
That's
and
awesome.
we don't even have just local liquors. From time to time, we'll cycle in and out some local wines as well. Like over the summer, we carried Cove Point Winery's Lighthouse Series wines.
Awesome.
Nice, bright, fruity, summery.
Yeah.
We try and do things like that.
Yep. Good friend of mine's parents own that winery.
Oh, cool.
So,
That's neat.
So this, thank you again for coming by, and we're excited. I'm serious. We're going to go.
We're gonna
11 days.
Yep.
Day 11 is
right.
when I'm at least bringing them in for a cocktail.
That's
We'll
right.
just go there and have a drink.
I'm sorry I couldn't partake today, but I promise that I will. And it'll be better for you guys if that's the case because I'll be paying for it then.
There we go.
I just want to point out, Mark said he's paying.
There we
I just
go.
want to make that clear.
Keep that in the notes.
I walked right into that one, huh? That's awesome.
Right.
Thanks so much for coming in.
Absolutely.
I appreciate what you guys are doing,
Yes.
and tell your owners that they're doing a great job.
I absolutely will. Thanks for allowing us to talk about ourselves.
Awesome.
Love it.
All right.
All right.